Chief Dog.
Alrighty. Alright. Hello, fellow Orcon staff team. Alright. I'll stop being professional. Anyways, um, so I'm going to start off with Genesis here. So, a lot of you guys, well, I want to just kind of speak about Genesis briefly. Since we didn't really have an announcement about what it is, we briefly spoke about it, I think, in the last meeting. But the concept with Genesis was we had a lot of YouTubers. We've been heavily working on recruiting like partners and whatnot, and we've managed to get a lot of bigger partners. And we're very proud of that, and so we threw them onto Genesis. And Genesis is a brand new realm. I think right now we are going to be, I think 6 days. I think no, oh yeah, we're approaching our first week. Yeah, we are going to be approaching 6 days, so it's coming up on a week on Genesis, which is really nice. And because it is only 5 days in, that means all the players who are joining right now, the 137 players on Genesis right now, they're pretty much enjoying the realm since they can win and compete for prizes. So it's great. I don't know if you guys have been following along, but I will briefly just say some of the YouTubers' names if you want to go watch their videos. They're really entertaining. I think you'd personally like them. But one of them is Factions Raven. He's one of them. The other one is Twin Plays. We also have it's Harry and it's Jerry recording. They're going to be streaming, I believe, tomorrow. One of these days, either like tomorrow or like Sunday. But they're very big. If you guys know them, that's great. Harry and Jerry. Yep. We also have Chaos Flow, FLO 44. He's probably the biggest YouTuber that we have recording on the realm, so that's fantastic. And the last person we have, her channel is called False Symmetry. So she's really entertaining to watch. She's also recording, so she's a really big YouTuber. Yeah, and then we have like a lot of PewDiePie, and we have like a lot of other YouTubers who are smaller, like Guilty. Some other people recording as well, but we're trying to spread them out between Origins and Skyblock. But yeah, it's working out. Genesis and Origins, they're both doing good. So Skyblock. But that is the concept with Genesis for those of you who were unaware why we didn't really announce too much about it. All right, moving aside from that, so yeah, like I said, if you want to look at the YouTubers, watch their videos, feel free. Make sure to support them. They produce really cool content. Tomorrow, we are going to be releasing Map 5 of Onyx. And that's going to be 30-man factions. We're doing 3-second cannons at 25 chunk buffers. So if any players on the server are asking or in Discord forums, whatever the case may be, what is the faction size or, chunk buffer limit, just make sure to answer them correctly. And if you forget or something like that, you can always look to the announcement post for reference and just link them that directly. So since we are doing Onyx at 30 men factions. We've been talking about this a lot, both with the community and like the senior staff team. So there has been a lot of discussion with that, but we pretty much decided on something we're okay with and the community likes as well. And like I said, that's 30 men. 30 men's on Onyx, and as far as Amber is concerned, we still want to help a lot of the smaller factions out, and so that way they know at least they can play on a realm where they won't just get bullied off the server and within the first couple of days, and they have a chance of winning a prize, whether that's PayPal or Buycraft, whatever the case may be. They can at least win something. So we are going to be doing Amber at 15 men realm. So for those of you who don't know, we aren't really doing downtime anymore, so that's why Onyx is releasing tomorrow, and we're going to be shutting down the current Onyx map within the next 30 minutes or hour, um, sometime around that time. But Amber, on the other hand, is going to release on the 9th. So right now we're going into week once it hits Monday. So Amber will close down on the 8th, and we will release it on the 9th again. And it's going to follow the 20-day cycle. And yeah, we're going to be doing that and following that, as well as trying to branch out our Skyblock and work on that as much as we can. So I think it's pretty cool. Skyblock's doing really well right now. Factions should be pretty fun. Tomorrow we have a good amount of factions already confirmed, so it is really nice, and I think players will enjoy it. And we're still waiting on a lot more factions, so that's going to be great. It should be a pretty fun map, both in Skyblock and factions. So it is going to be a really big weekend for us. So moving apart from that, I just really want to touch up on the activity. I don't want to ramble too much about it. You guys already know like the drills and kind of the little pep talks I give about it, but I do want everyone to really pick up activity. I think after the announcement was said, I feel that majority of you have been improving. Still, there are some people who could do more. You should be approaching, I'd say, over 2 days in terms of like activity, um, whether it's in factions or Skyblock or even combined. As on top of that, make sure you are actively watching the chat, because there are a lot of people saying racist comments, stupid things that they shouldn't be saying, highly inappropriate like remarks, and there's hardly any punishments. And I know because I monitor both Skyblock and factions, I see plenty of stuff that go on. So if you say like there's nothing to do on the server, there's plenty. You just really need to keep your eyes open and look, because the chat is a prime example of what people do when they're bored and they just like to spam or be toxic, whatever the case may be. So yeah, the main point here is just be active, especially like this weekend. It's really important for us, not only for factions, but for Skyblock as well. We're anticipating a lot of players on Skyblock and a lot of players for factions, so we're going to need all the support we can get. And from a roster size of nearly 40 staff members, I expect that we are able to handle every single issue that occurs. So we should have no problems as long as everyone is here and putting in, their part. As long as you're doing that, that's fantastic. I think I've been like watching the punishments, so that's been doing pretty good as far as like how you guys are formatting it. No issues there. I just want to make sure that you guys continue to punish players when you see it fit. Uh, make sure you're not just willy-nilly giving punishments out. I know Loki and I talked about it a little bit, um, but we want to make sure that the punishments we're not here to ban anybody or to excessively punish anybody who doesn't deserve it. We just want to make sure that the chat is pretty much clean and that there's no hackers running around the server. Like, we don't want to make anyone have a bad experience, but if people are being excessive, meaning like excessively spamming, then yeah, you mute them. If they're being racist, like, yeah, you mute them. If they are doing something they shouldn't be doing, then yes, punish them. But if it's something where, like you have to think about it and you're like, is this actually a punishment? Then most likely it's not. And if you do punish them, you might just be too hard on them. And that's why they come into Discord making tickets and complaining that, oh, the staff member punished me for the stupidest reason. And sometimes it is pretty stupid. But that's okay. Like, we're going to make mistakes. That's fine. As long as we learn from them. That's great. So I think we have that pretty much down. So if
Can
we
I
have,
say something about that?
yeah, go for it.
I think the thing that often gets overlooked when people are getting punished on servers, like pretty much all servers, but particularly here and now, is you should be punishing somebody if their intent is like their intent with their message or whatever they're doing is malicious. They're trying to cause harm or upset the server or someone. If their message is like technically breaks a rule, but like it's harmless and they're not targeting anyone. Maybe they just died on their island, so they say in all caps, like something stupid, right? Like that's not harmful. They're not trying to hurt anybody. They're just a kid, and then they just use their caps lock because they're from mad. They just died or whatever. Like don't just punish someone for punishing them. Like if you think that punishments are what gets you moving forward as staff, that's not true. If I see you punish someone for something that they shouldn't be punished for, that's like a negative 100 compared to a correct punishment that's like a +1. So just, when you're punishing someone, it's the last resort. Like you've tried to speak to them, you've tried to reason with that person, then they're not going to be productive and accepted. You need to punish them to try and move them into line.
Yeah,
Pretty much it.
precisely. Yeah, right. So the other thing I want to say is just make sure to be interactive. It's one thing to just be online and just watching chat. You don't need to snoop around. Uh, you can talk and chat as long as the chat's not muted or nothing like that. But when the chat's unmuted, like make sure you're talking to chat, interact with players, let them know that you're there, you're here to answer your questions, whether it's like, just having a laugh with them to saying something casual, whatever the case may be, just be interactive. They want to know that they have staff that they can actually talk to more as a friend, not just somebody looking to strike them or to warn them or ban them, whatever the case may be. For the most part, everyone does it. But I do see snooping around. Like, well, I think we spend too much time in like staff mode or like maybe in like Vanish. Like, you should try to be online as like when you're online the server, let players know. You shouldn't be hiding that, unless you're doing something like looking into an inside or that's more like faction related. But even these guys, they know the same thing, so it really applies for them as well. Players like to see when there are staff online, um, whether that's a manager like myself or you know or an admin to even developers, even the owner. People go crazy when Alex is online in the server, especially for Skyblocks because he has that owner tag. Players love interaction, especially when it comes from staff. So just make sure you understand that and you try to help them out as much as you can and be interactive. So we started doing well, I think you guys have noticed, but we're not really demoting people in meetings anymore. I'm not really waiting to demote them in front of everyone. One, most of the people, I feel like they don't deserve that, and it's not really that big of a deal. But we are doing promotions in meetings only, and that's because we feel that you deserve recognition. You've been doing a good job, so you get a promotion. As far as a demotion, I don't think anyone should be embarrassed. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's not necessarily you're not good enough, or you're doing something wrong. It's just not working out. Maybe it's not a fit, and that's okay. At the end of the day, you can't get everything correct, so. That's why you could probably see like the recent, I think 4 or 5 demotions that we had. Not all of them were necessarily bad, but the mass majority of them just didn't really fit on the team for some reason. So everyone had different reasons, but yeah, more so it was around the same spectrum. So aside from just being active, we'll also briefly touch up on the professionalism. I'm not going to stay on it too long because I talk about it every meeting. But I just want to say, make sure you are being professional in chat, and you do represent Archon. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure yourself as a staff member. You want to make sure your staff as a staff member also looks good, because you don't want to be that staff member where players don't like or. Okay. Look, you gotta draw another one. Do I eventually get to the point though?
You do. That's the point. You like go
Okay.
around it like 2 or 3 times, then you eventually get to the point.
Just do
That's
like
pretty accurate, honestly.
do like a maze and like just include me trying to navigate my way through it.
I know that's more like support tickets, not meeting.
It's like one of those pennies that go down the tube.
Yeah, exactly that, Jim. Turn it into like a charity thing.
Yeah.
Have a meeting with Casey and raise $20 for like children with need. I don't know, children in need.
Raise $20 for Casey.
Yeah,
We
children
should
in need.
actually do it. We could get some national headlines if we did.
We're going off topic.
Okay, back on topic. But just to sum it up, professionalism, because there's not much to say. Just be professional. That means like when you're talking in chat or to just talking to a player, like you want to be respected, and you got to earn that respect. And nobody's gonna give you respect if personally you aren't being professional and you're just joking around all the time. It doesn't look good on the server. It doesn't look good on your behalf, and it's not really gonna get you anywhere. So just be aware of that, and you always want to show the best impression. I mean, the best self, the best version of yourself. I can't speak. So Okay. I think as far as points go, that's all I really wanted to discuss. So I don't have any demotions currently that I want to do in public. Ooh, like the promotion was done. Lead isn't that. We're gonna be going ahead and doing promotions though. So I need a drum roll. All right, we're gonna start from. We're gonna start with trial mods, and then we will go our way up. We got a lot of promotions today. Yeah, I think a lot of you are doing really well, and after that message, I can see a lot of improvement within a lot of you guys. So thank you. You know, like we do appreciate what you guys are doing on the server. Like, we see it all. Whether it's you're online for 30 minutes a day and you know you're being extremely productive during those 30 minutes, or you're online for 6 to 7 hours just grinding it out. Like we see it all. Whether that's just from me being online or to like Loki looking through logs or whatever the case may be, we do see it. So this is our way of really saying thank you. And if you don't get a promotion, doesn't mean you're necessarily doing something wrong. It's just your time hasn't come, and if you keep working hard, I promise you'll get there. So, all right. So the first promotion is going to be a trial mod. We're going to start this off with I'm near, going from trial mod to moderator. Congratulations. If anyone or if an admin wants to do it in game or Discord, just let me know.
I'll do it in game.
Yeah, do it in like main, silly. I could do it in here.
I'll do it in game and main.
Okay. Make sure you set it up right.
Not disabled.
Whoa. Okay, anyways.
Don't make fun of Casey like that.
Oh. Yeah, whoever laughed is getting banned. Okay.
I think that was everyone.
Worth it, boys.
All right, no, wait. It was a fun run. I didn't think I had to do it publicly, but just kidding. All right. The second promotion is another trial mod. Going from trial mod to moderate is going to be on Skyblock, and that is going to be iHells. Congratulations. I gotta let you guys take it in before we keep going. Third promotion is another trial mod who's going to be going from trial mod, and that is a factions trial mod. And that is going to be accusing Penguin. Accusing. No.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know if he's here. I don't see him. Yeah. Okay. Well, he'll see when he gets online. You guys can all spam tag him. Okay. Fourth, we have our final trial mod. And that trial is going to go from a trial mod position to a moderator position, and he also does Skyblock, and that is going to be Diamond Chunks MC. Congratulations. What's with the dog photo? What? I bet he's crying in tears. Yeah, my GIF represents all the staff promotions right now. All right. That's all I have for trial mod. So, there are a lot of new faces to the team. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Welcome. We look forward to your growth on Archon. And if you've been here for a while, then, have hope. It's coming. It's just you got to keep working hard, and eventually your time will come. So I just want to say that so nobody is discouraged. All right. So we do have a lot of promotions going up from mod to mod plus. So this should be fun.
Could you
All
wait
right.
12 seconds, please? Thank you.
Why? Am I going too
No,
fast?
deploy now, immediate.
Deploying?
Just need like 2 more gens, and we're good.
All right, I'm going. All right. Since this individual staff member is a little bit outnumbered, 3-1 in reference to factions, we're gonna do his promotion first, starting on Skyblock, and that is going to be Skaker from mod to mod plus. Congratulations.
Yeet!
That's really mature.
Dude, it's a staff meeting. You don't have to be mature in a staff meeting. Only in the public eye. This is where you get to relax.
What is
See,
that,
that's
Gabe?
what I'm talking about. Scarecrow putting it straight to work.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, he does a press up at the end as well. Was not expecting that.
Whoa. All right. Now that I can't. All right. So the second promotion from mod to mod plus is going to be moving over to factions. We actually do have 3 promotions in factions. Ooh, a lot of people are guessing names. All right. Well, the first person we're going to start with is going to be Correctings from mod to mod plus. Congratulations.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Promotion number 2, mod to mod plus in factions, is going to QSI. Congratulations. All right, boys. The third one from mod to mod plus is going to be. I want to see names. I want to see names. Go. Who's gonna guess it? From mod to mod plus, it's going to be Truthy. Congratulations. I put $50. Oh, rip. All right, guys. So those are the mod to mod plus promotions. I'm personally very happy to be promoting those individuals because they have worked tremendously hard, and I see them nearly every single day, if not every day, putting in multitudes of hours, like grinding it out, whether it's on factions or Skyblock. Like, really, you should be taking tips from them because they know what they're doing. Congratulations. Okay. Well, that's it from mod to mod plus. As far as the last promotion goes, Loki, you want to take it away?
First of all, let me begin by congratulating all of you who have been promoted to any significant rank. That is any rank above the rank of mod. Non-offensive, but congratulations to the people who've been here working hard. The next person who's about to be promoted is somebody who's been working extremely hard. And they're probably one of the people who gets recognized amongst the least because they just knuckle down and get their work done, and they get on with it. So I'm going to be promoting a senior mod today to the administrator role. So let me first begin by getting myself set up here. So yeah, like I said, this person has been a senior mod for a while now. They've been working extremely hard to resolve as many issues as they can, help players in game, give them guidance, basically almost performing the roles of an admin to the closest of their extent that they can, being held back only by obviously the lack of permissions that they don't have as a senior mod. So it is my pleasure to be able to offer them the position of admin so that they can continue to do what they've been doing already and help even more players, especially during the busy season that we're about to see. So without further ado, I'd like to congratulate Ocast on their promotion to admin.
Congrats, Cast. Silly. Face.
Isn't it
What's
Angus cask?
Nah,
He's gone now. It can't be. Yeah,
He's gone.
we've got to push out a new vote.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a Lego, but okay.
No.
Nope.
Brandy's yours.
Brandy biscuit. Whip.
But yeah, Cast has been instrumental in getting Skyblock off the ground, working basically hand in hand with Brandy. I mean, if everybody didn't cry me a river every time we promote someone to admin, Cast probably should have come in as an admin because they have a lot of Skyblock experience with staff experience on other networks, and just as much, if not the same as amount, maybe even more, I don't know, than Brandy. And yeah, she's very deserving of this position. But you're going to have your plate very full over the next few days, Cast. Just warning you now.
It's a shaking.
Skatecorp, I yeeted your promotion. When your promotion was announced, I yeeted. That's what was yeeted. Yeah, you did good. I've never yeeted someone else's promotion. You should feel proud.
Yeet.
I'd like to yeet my way.
Casey, you have anything else?
No, I think that's a great note to leave it off at. So, yeah, guys, thanks for coming. We're gonna do the next meeting around this. I think you prefer 6 p.m. EST more than 5 p.m. So I think it's safe to say we don't even need to do polls anymore. We could just do this time always on Fridays. So yeah, please, tomorrow, it's a really big day both for Skyblock and factions. So I'm gonna need this, or we are gonna need as many of you guys as long online as possible. So if you have free time, make sure to hop on and help out some players. I just saw how many tickets. Yeah, don't worry. A lot of them are already like responded to. It's half the time tickets are like we just wait for players. So
If any of you have any questions or concerns or anything that you want to talk to Casey or me about, then you can stay in. We'll be here for a while after everyone leaves.
it's like permissions, anything like that.
Questions, queries, comments, compliments, concerns. Money, I'll take money.
I'll take food, honestly.
Nah, no food.
Just like send it directly.
Can't be risking poisoning Casey.
Nah.
Only water. Only
Oh.
liquid.
What they could poison you with that one.
Silly only consumes liquid anyway, so that's fine for him.
Yeah.
My body is 99% water.
Silly is secretly Aquaman.
Silly, do you talk to fish too?
Right, that being
Cheers,
said,
Finn.
the meeting is over, so you guys are free to go. Thanks for coming.